600 views. What? How did that happen? I've got to do this again. Okay, so in my last video, I stated to all of you that the best way to harvest my pigs in a way that would give me the most collection was doing literally nothing. Believe it or not, this was incorrect. Now, the problem anymore wasn't just waiting around for pork to appear in my hands. No, I had to put in actual effort. I know, tragic, but how else am I going to get the #1 spot in pork and get views? Well, allow me to explain. You see, the answer isn't only in manual labor of my unpaid workers, but it's also going to have to be my own manual labor. What does that mean? Well, this means killing pigs on my private island with my bare hands. You see, tier 11 pig minions take 10.3 seconds to spawn a pig, but then another 10.3 seconds to kill the pig. This means it takes a total of 20.6 seconds for a minion to collect the drops of one pig. But how does this relate to stabbing these swine anyway? Well, you see, if we can kill the pig when the first 10.3 second passes, when the pig just spawns, the minion will spend the next 10.3 valuable seconds spawning another pig for us to murder, effectively halving our rates. This method looks great until you actually have to do it. Why is this the case? Well, the problem with this solution is within the solution itself. Allow me to explain. See, halving the times of our minions looks really nice on the outside, but on paper, killing 26 pigs before 20.6 seconds goes off is actually the only way to beat the initial efficiency of the minions on their own. Now, the problem with this isn't that killing 26 pigs in 20 seconds isn't possible. It's very possible, perhaps even consistently. The problem comes in real life. You see, believe it or not, beyond this screen is someone that every once in a while gets up to do things. I know, surprising, but the fact that my body doesn't commit photosynthesis creates issues in Minecraft for us. Because having to get up to stuff my favorites with Pringles for nutritional value, of course, means that while I'm away, that extra 10.3 seconds of efficiency is gone, reduced to atoms. Therefore, if I can't find another way to keep that 10.3 off, I'll lose hours of drops. So what's the solution, I can only assume you're asking yourself? Well, the answer is in armor, because there's armor that does melee damage, like knife boots or elbow swords. The sky is truly the limit. But what kind of armor kills mobs, you're asking yourself again? Well, there are a few options. Option 1 is Thorns armor, or Cactus armor, which damages mobs that damage you. Since pigs can't square up against me, this doesn't help. Another armor solution is Frozen Blaze set of armor. You see, if you wear the whole Frozen Blaze set, you gain an ability called Frozen Blazing Aurora that causes mobs in a 5-block radius around you to take 300 points of damage and 3% of their max health every second. This solution is great because although I'm not amazing at math, I'm fairly sure that 1 is less than 20. Breakfast candy. Why haven't you bought the set already if it's so useful? Asked nobody. Well, you see, I actually have. I use it for other stuff like dungeons, but that's not the point. See, Frozen Blaze armor actually doesn't work on private islands. Why is this? Because Hypixel hates fun, of course, but the real reason is to prevent people from AFKing on the private islands and gaining automatic combat XP from kills in certain farms that could be set up. Since we're not going for combat XP, we hopefully shouldn't have to worry about Hypixel ruining our next solution. Our next solution in armor set is called Wither armor. You see, Wither armor is a rare set of dungeon obtained armor that spawns a Wither minion every 30 seconds, which supposedly spawns a maximum of 1 Wither, which claims to, quote, travel to and explode on nearby enemies. Why is this setting so important? Because it's wordy. You see, the armor set uses the word enemy. Technically speaking, the pigs aren't my enemy, even though I've been committing mass homicide on them, meaning the Wither might not kill them. The set might also be referring to the Wither's enemies, in which case they could kill the pigs. The next important word in that sentence is the word on. See, the sentence used states that the Wither explodes on the enemy. This could mean that after the explosion, the Wither dies immediately, like that of a creeper. This would cause issues because the original 30 seconds it takes for the Wither to spawn, along with the time it takes for the Wither's pathfinding to find the pigs, would be far too long. Now, the first problem with the word enemy isn't really something I can research. I doubt anyone has killed mobs on their private island with the set, let alone recorded it and slapped it on YouTube. The second problem is something I could research. The problem with that is I already bought 3/4 of the set. So, okay, so I've got, what is this? Oh, it's in my purse. Whatever. I've got 7.3 million coins. I hope that's enough to buy a Wither chest plate. I don't know. We're about to find out. I already have it looked up. Let's go. All right. Wither chest plate. Let's go. Come on. I got the sort on too. Look at this. All right. 14 million. All right. Well, we're not quite there. We're not quite at 14 million. All right, so we can't afford it right now, but the chest plate can be found in a chest on floor 7 in dungeons. The problem with this, it has a 0.31% chance to spawn, and I don't even have access to floor 7 because I'm bad. What's the solution to this problem, you ask yourself yet again? Well, though my minions aren't immaculate, they do produce nevertheless, so sadly, I think the best move is just to wait a bit for them. I've now waited that bit of time. Let's see if I have made enough to afford the chest plate. As you can see in the previous scene, we didn't have enough coins to purchase the final wither piece. But what can we do? I mean, previously we concluded that the best plan was just to wait around for our minions, but I'm too impatient for that, so how else can we make money right now? One very fast way to make money is simply to sell things we don't need anymore, such as assets. These assets can include swords, talisman, or any number of things we don't use anymore. There are a few items I have in mind, such as my fabled aspect of the dragons or my potato talisman. Problem with these options is the aspect of the dragons doesn't give us nearly enough money, and the potato talisman is something I like to hold on to as an investment. This leaves us wandering our chest, hoping to find something worth anything. Also, side note, while I was looking for some dough, I got partied by one of my viewers and absolutely roasted. Look at this, claiming I don't know how to Prazar flip, claiming you'll prob fail. I mean, I would, but that's not the point. Anyway, getting cyberbullied aside, we finally have enough coins to buy the chest plate. I had to mortgage my house to get there, but nevertheless, let's go buy it. Alright, we hit 13.3 million coins after selling half my assets and half my assets and mortgaging my house. We're gonna look for the wither chest plate now. I was doing some other stuff earlier. Also, side note, I lost my my recombobulated grappling hook. If anybody has seen that, please call the number on screen. Anyway, and see how much it is, if we can afford it yet. We haven't been, we are. 13.2 million. We are officially, is Bank and Thorns. What kind of monster did that? Whatever. It's fine. We can finally look at us. We are fancy boys. Alright, so we finally got the wither chest plate, giving us a full set of armor. This means we'll finally use this set to produce twice as much pork as before, right? Wrong! When the 30 seconds passes and the armor set activates, the wither dies so fast. Half the time it doesn't activate in the first place, so effectively this is a bust. Or is it? No, I'm just kidding. It still sucks. The answer as a whole just doesn't work, and unless we can find an effective solution to the 30-second delay that the armor causes, it looks like our double deficiency is gone. Well, what now? I mean, I spent hours getting enough dough just to afford the armor set, and you spent 7 minutes listening to why I did that. Right now, it looks like I wasted both of our time. We learned a bit nevertheless. We learned that armor sets that kill mobs automatically do exist. Hypothetically, we just need to find which one works for us. Alright, so I looked it up on the wiki, and it turns out even the slightest glimpse of people AFK in combat XP has been demolished by Hypixel. Though armor sets that kill mobs do exist, it seems as though none exist that both fit our needs and work on private island. And to be honest, this sucks. I mean, the only way to half our rates now is just to click until the sun explodes. And I don't have that kind of time. So what do? I don't know, man. Why are you asking me? Literally, I don't think we can fix this issue. AFK collection just doesn't seem to be an option. So it looks like we'll have to move on to other ways to increase our efficiency. Ways we can do this include gaining plasma buckets, using minion expanders, and fitting our minions inside the radius of a farming crystal. These are all very simple ways to help us, so why haven't I done it already? Well, it's likely I have. The reason I haven't shown it to you is because they're pretty mundane and simple. Adding minion expanders is moving one item from one chest to the minions. It's mind-numbingly easy. The other thing is situating my minions in a way that the farming crystal will affect them, and sharing my design with the internet would allow my enemy to see that design, effectively giving away some of my tactics. See, this isn't just a war on pork, it's also a psychological war. If I want to win this fight, I'm gonna have to follow some tactics people use in actual war to trick their enemies. So what are these tactics anyways, you may ask? Well, I can find these tactics in odd places, such as the internet of course, and what Technoblade did when he won the potato war. But I can't share them with you because the enemy will see and know exactly what I'm gonna do next. So you have to wait until part 2 to see what happens next, In any case, this war isn't over. There's gonna be a lot of work that goes into these pork chops for the months to come, so be prepared for that. Anyways, I wish your endeavors are accommodated most adequately, and have a nice day.